Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo, and good morning. I hope you're doing well, and I hope you're ready for another one. I'm as ready as I'm ever gonna be for this. We're here for Heavenly Delusion, episode 9. We just came off of a split two-parter, where I watched them sort of back-to-back in days and screwed up my whole schedule for a couple of weeks, which we're still in the catching-up period of, so forgive the delay. And it was an incredible 2 episode where we followed the righteous, indignant, justice-seeking Livuman, raging against the horrible atrocities committed by the evil, machinery-replacing, organ-harvesting, limb-stealing Immortal Order, who doesn't call themselves the Immortal Order and isn't stealing your organs or your limbs, and is actually just a dude with some mechanical aptitude putting body parts on people who really desperately need them, and he's way overworked and really just trying to save this girl he cares about. And it sucks so bad, because we come into it like a wrecking ball, like a billiard ball, and we knock over the entire house of cards, and then leave it for some other asshole to come and claim as his kingdom of cards, which he's now going to start dealing bullshit all over everybody else's table, and it sucks. It's bad. We just put God, what do you call him? Is that the right word for it? I don't want to use the wrong word. Yeah, no, that's exactly it. That's exactly what it is. A demagogue. We put a demagogue in here. A demagogue is a political leader who gains power by exploiting popular prejudices, emotions, fears, and prejudices rather than using a rational argument. Bingo! Actually, a whole group of them, and then like an internal rebellion revolution, and I think they fucking killed Mizuhashi, which is crazy. Uh, and it's opened the way for a power-hungry fuckboy to take over this whole city. And I don't even know if we're going to focus on it. I feel like we're just going to walk away and let that brew in the distant background until it's an army of the new Japan rolling over the hills, taking over everything because they've got a home base with solar panels. Ah! There are some other things woven into the episode. The awakening of one of the Hiruko down below means that maybe this terrifying new rebellious organization isn't really gonna go very far. Kind of a karmic justice in some ways. After their evil takeover plans, something else awakens and emerges. But there's something else, and it's meta. It's like layers of a thing that have happened that make me come to an understanding about something. So I want to talk it through with you. In comments, nobody has spoiled something for me. I just want to be clear on that as far as I know. In comments, there is scattered evidence that I missed something. I don't know if important is the word, but that I missed something in the episode, and I don't know what it is. Still don't know what it is. Haven't gone like really desperately looking for it, though I'm kind of inclined to. I have like there's an element to me that's like I want to know what it is. There's something that other people know and I don't know, and so I got that like FOMO, like oh I gotta know what the thing is. But it's okay. I don't really mind not knowing what the thing is. I know what I've seen in the show so far. I know what it's delivered to me directly through my eyeballs, and I haven't been able to infer what other people seem to have been able to infer. Now, I don't know what the inference is, and I also don't know what the evidence for the inference is. So I'm in like I'm a little distant from it in a way. And that's been sort of rumbling around in the back of my mind, and I still don't know. I still really don't know what it is. This morning, I did my drawing already. I did it before I turned on the camera, and I just drew the coin, okay? The button. Because it's been a continuous and interesting and important seeming symbol. I'm really happy with how it turned out, how it's got like depth and sort of character to it, and I feel good about using the pencil to make all that shit happen, and that's super neat. Over the course of drawing the button, I realized a couple things about the button. One is that this bird has 3 legs. Well, that's weird. 2 is that this bird has like a gear formation going through it. Well, that's weird. Definitely weird. And then 3, it's like a bird in the sun. So I did one Google search, and that was for three-legged birds, and I came across the symbol of the three-legged crow, which is part of like Chinese mythology going way back, part of the imperial garments, and like there are 12 symbols that the Emperor of China wears as part of the imperial family, and that's one of them. That seems really interesting to me. I don't know if this is a crow, but given the crow focus in the last episode, I'm fine with making the connection anyway. The gear going across makes me feel like the turning of heaven upon gears and machines, but it also might be the symbolism of a semi-religious, semi-spiritual organization built on technology looking towards some kind of future. And I really wonder if it's the symbol of the facility, of the organization in the facility, if that's their symbol. But I don't know. My my inclination is to think that the thing that I'm missing is actually something that I said out loud in the last episode, but without evidence for it. And I still think it's actually probably true, even though I'm lacking the evidence for it. And I'm fine not having it confirmed. So don't confirm it for me. It's totally, totally cool. I'm totally cool with being in the space of like, I don't fucking know if this is true, but I'm going to hold it as a possibility. I said last episode that something made me feel like the hand in the end sequence was Dr. Usami's hand. We end Dr. Usami's life with him on the rooftop, gunshot birds. His hand spills open and the button is there. There's a lot of focus on his physical form, his hands. He's looking at the button in his hands, and all of that. It sandwiches the ED sequence where we have the ED playing in the background and Kiruko and Maru like interacting, and she's like holding him, being like, "It's okay. Don't think that you're a horrible murderer who only kills people, and your hands are only destined to cause blood and death and destruction. That's not how it is. You were doing your best. It's all good, bro. When you kill Hiroko, it's actually good for people." Not sure if that's true, but we sandwich around that scene, which kind of breaks it up. But it's kind of like going to the ED and then coming back, and there's really not that much in between. So he dies, hand opens, we enter a dream space in a dark unknown, a woofing of darkness appears around her, and then someone reaches out with a hand, and they hold hands and walk together into the future. I think she's shepherding him into the fucking underworld. I think she's being Chiron here or something like it, right? I think her spirit in dreams is reaching out and meeting and connecting to the spirit of the dead. That dead guy. And I wonder if they might have connected before that, if she's connected to a whole bunch of people all over the place. But I don't know. And if there's something in the show that makes that clear, besides the juxtaposition of he dies and then there's a dude, I think, a person with bigger hands than she has in that weird space, that feels like connection to me. But if there's something else that glues or ties it together directly, I'm missing it. And that's okay. Because now we're in this space where I can hold that as a possibility. It's like is that what's going on here? And even if that is what's going on here, I don't know what the fuck that means. I don't know what the fuck that means. So like, let's take it as the possibility space. One possibility space is that didn't happen. Dr. Usami died. Nothing happened. Or even that the person whose hand she grabbed was like the internal spirit of the girl who died. Totally possible too. Maybe a connection through having the disease. I don't know. But if we take the possibility that I've already expressed, that is Dr. Usami's spirit somehow. What the fuck does that mean? What does that mean? Is our facility collecting human souls and re-imbuing them into the bodies of these children to grow up? Is this it? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. So here we are in a space where it's like that's possible, and so are a whole bunch of other things, and I don't know what any of them would mean. And so I just have to like shrug and resign myself to going with the flow and letting the show deliver to me what it plans to deliver to me. And there's something kind of nice, kind of powerful about being down for the ride. You know? I've had periods during my media enjoying career where knowing all the things about a thing before I go into it is like, I have to do that as I go. I want to unpack all the mysteries. I want to understand the thing completely. And there's no time for looking back there. Once the show is over, I'm not going to return to it, so I need to know it now. Because I'll be on to another show and onto another thing, and the brain will keep on churning, and I'll never spend the time to really percolate through it and incorporate all the ideas and really thonk about it. But I don't want to do that anymore. I'd rather go along with the flow and then take the time to evaluate that flow once we're at the end of it, you know? Once we've got all the pieces, we can maybe look back and be like, oh, oh, what a clever story that we've been riding the roller coaster of. But in some ways, spending too much effort as you are on the roller coaster being like, they should have put more loop-de-loops on this bitch. Oh, that twist was okay. Spending time in that analytical mode when you should be in the experiential mode of actually going through the thing and doing the thing, I think it's in some ways like a protective instinct, or like a self-guarding strategy. It lets you be more analytical, more focused on the practical realities of what's actually happening, and focused in on pulling all the information from it rather than sitting with it and experiencing it. So I'd like to experience it. And that's why I'm kind of okay, at least where I'm at in my anime watching career and where I'm at with this show. I'm more than okay with letting it unfold its own mystery. And if I get to the end and I still haven't figured out the things that everybody else has figured out, then you're welcome to tell me, and we'll have a big whoa moment, and maybe we'll do an episode talking about it. But as is, I kind of like that there are pieces of this show that aren't obvious, that different people are having different experiences of it because of the different things that they've noticed or learned about it or heard through the wires or things have percolated through. I really like the duality of that added context and the lack of it, the existing through the lack of it and not knowing what is actually there. Kinda cool. It's kinda cool. And maybe all of this is just me patting, being like, "It's okay, buddy. You didn't figure it out, and you're not that stupid. It's totally okay if you're a dumb idiot who doesn't have media literacy and can't understand what's going on in this show. It's okay, buddy." But I don't think so. I think it's actually okay and kind of fun. So I'm excited for more of it. I'm excited to maybe find out some answers and get some things glued together, but I'm also excited for the possibility space, the question space, the set of all potential weird futures and stories that we might be playing with here to expand. Because it just makes for more room to play in, more room to think in, more possibilities, more fun. Okay. I've already done a drawing, so no need to cut away and do that. Let me just plop it up here. Bink. And let's go ahead and turn our attention to episode 9 of Heavenly Delusion, titled Children of the Nursery. It doesn't even mean anything, right? It doesn't even mean anything. All it means is that we're going to turn our attention to the facility in more earnest, which is useful to turn our attention away from the events that have just been percolating and happening. And some crazy shit has been going down in the facility. We had like an all hands on deck scare, emergency scare, where we all met in the Mina room and shit was all freaky. Dude scientist has found a footprint where it's not supposed to be inside the carrot baby chamber. So somebody's been messing with carrot babies and he knows it, and he's figured out who exactly it is. He knows that it's Tokyo. Shit. Tokyo woke up in the midst of a not dream to fucking see Asura, who is legit an alien, like fully is an alien in a body. What the fuck? And she was just casually, happily dating the drawing guy. They were just hanging out and being in love and stuff. And they're now fucking. We gotta mention that Tokyo and the drawing guy are now fucking, and maybe have been for a long time. The Tokyo thing, I guess, is a reveal that she's a girl. That was a couple episodes ago, but I'm still churning through a bunch of stuff about this show because there's so much woven together. Yeah, so some things are really kicking off over there on the inside the facility side of our story. And we've spent a good bit of time on this Levuman arc and dealing with Maru and Kiruko. So now we're going to turn our attention back. And just because we've titled this thing Children of the Nursery, it's like Children of the Corn, it's like Silence of the Lamb. It's got an ominous vibe to it. And I don't know why. It also totally sounds like a mid 2000s metal band. There's a whole sect of metal bands that all their band titles are like blank of the blank, Lamb of God, Children of Bodom, Cradle of Filth, Iron of Maiden. Not kidding. Children of the Nursery. That's a good metal band name. Let's watch episode 9 and find out what fucking crazy shit happens next. I feel like I just want shit to explode, like completely explode and implode inside the nursery. I want, I want everything to start falling apart in the most potentially interesting way, so that we reveal the most about the characters who are in it and what weird powers they have, why, and how that's connected to the outside. Those are kind of my hopes for the episode. But now we get to turn our attention to the experiencing part and just be in it. So let's go ahead and be in it. We've got episode 9 up and ready to go. We're using the same version as before, same subs as before, all the same shit. Let's get into it. 2 versions, picture in picture in the description, timer on YouTube, early access on the Patreon, beep beep timer to count you down. Let's go. And we'll never truly understand it. Shoots in the sky and shoots out light? What? Is this young him? Did he create a sort of light and cut her with it? She just taught him to imagine. Oh, she has an extra thumb and healing powers. Thanks, Asura. Sketchbook, sketchbook. Hi. What? She did that, right? Okay. Oh, bye. Literally just vanishing? Oh, he's vibing. Trying to see what he sees. Oh. Oh, shit. Um. Oh, shit. What the fuck? The cable? Oh my god. You don't have the jumpies, my guy. She's protecting you, though. Is she just leaving this mortal form behind? Uh-huh. I already love you. Don't let this close you off to love, kid. Just the girl you love killing herself. Ah! Oh, the little hair. He's the only one left in his age group? Oh, is it the fish? No, it's the whales. Aww. Shit. She's been trying to support him in some ways. The buttons! They have the buttons! Oh. Oh. Where did he get a button? Where did he get a button? Whoever, however, it's coming for her first? Tokyo-kun Masaka? So she's talking to a bunch of Americans or English speakers? Yep. No. Yes. Hmm. I didn't realize that all of their buttons were... I'm so whomped. Is it back? That doesn't happen. Excuse me? Fully naturally caused earthquake? Yeah, Japan's still on the Ring of Fire. It's still gonna be happening, I guess. Hmm. 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 But also that, though. Well... Yeah, that looks scary as shit. Well, I could do it. Well, fuck that. Fuck that. I don't have like phobias. Wah! I love him. I love him. Yeah. Transition. Okay, what did she see about Tokyo? Was she noticing some sign of the disease? But I thought we had cleared that Tokyo doesn't have the disease. Hello! Mm-mm-mm. No, I don't think so, dude. I think she sees Asura. Uh, uh! What are we doing? What are we doing with Tokyo? He has a car? Holy shit. I really like him. Really? That's a terrible weapon. That's a terrible weapon. Got a lead? He's just gonna run away. Oh, okay. Never mind. That would be like an ideal post-world car. Why? Why did he repark the car? No! Yeah, hard no. Okay. I still like him. Mm-hmm. Just give us info. Oh, he's gonna tell us spooky stories. Let's go. I didn't realize we were talking to a yeah, let's go, Juichi. Oh. We just did the lighting. Too many layered elements. Whoa, sketchbook. Aliens. Really? Well, that was drawn. That was drawn. The meteor with the face. No, it's both. It's both. Yeah, it seems reasonable. Sure. Why not? Wait, that's fucking Asura. That's not a bird. That looks nuclear. That's great. That's it? A little more money, put it in the machine, you know? One more story. The walled town? What? They're global. Whoa. We're doing this right after the power plays internally in a different organization? Oh my god, what is that painting? Hmm. We're explicitly hiding that painting. Why? Why is he getting passed over? Oi. That's true. Uh-huh. Breeding stock. But I'm guessing he's misinterpreting. Maybe he's not misinterpreting. And the boys. Ah. Ah, that's bad. Oh. Yeah, how bad did it go? Yeah. Hmm. But how much of this is embellished? Okay, bye. See you. Bye bye. Uh-huh. But they raise male children too. Right. Oh, shit. So how did he get the pieces of it that are true? How did he get the pieces of it that are true, though? Oh. I don't know. Is he hiding something from them? Oh, he was hiding the symbol. Ha ha ha! Son of a dick! Takahara Academy. Dude, but the visuals, though, there are pieces of his story that are true. I wonder if he really was breeding stock for that. No, because the tattoo's a lie. Just did that because it's sensationalist. But then where are they getting the children? I don't know, man. Okay, what are they sending? But now what? Yeah, but Takahara Academy's gotta be connected to something. Is this fucking Khan Academy, or they have, they have, they have, places all over the place? Paper? A shipping manifest? No, a drawing. Hell of Patience? Uh-huh. A commune, almost. Yeah, like a retreat. No, it's masquerading as a bunch of different things to bring in different people. I bet they're trying to get the most intelligent young students that they can. Yeah. The Hell of Patience? All right, let's go see. Living spaces? Rooms? Oh, it's closer to Asura. Mm, I think it's related, though. Oh, they do. Oh, they do. I think it evolved. A Hell of Patience. Heaven. If the whole world outside is a Hell of Patience, then we need an arc. But the facilities? I bet one of them is our facility. Bad vibes. Yeah, for sure. Oh, we almost saw it. And yet they've learned. Because they're looking for the day of stuff day. Whoa, what? Okay, my whole response to this whole episode is what? A lot of it makes a lot of sense. There are some sprinkled things in here that just raise more question marks. And I'm so glad that I talked in the beginning about like being chill with not knowing what the fuck is going on, because this episode is chock full of not knowing what the fuck is going on. First place that I want to start is going back here a little bit because we get a frame where we see most of the image behind her, and I just really want to see that painting. Man, what am I even looking at? We've got a male and a female figure, and he looks like he's like spearing down with a spear or a pole or something. I wonder if this is a known painting that I just don't recognize that has like deep meaning to it. It feels like it might be, but now that I'm looking at it, I don't feel like it's that fucking meaningful. I thought it would be like, ooh, revelatory. That helps me understand things, but it super doesn't. The size of this organization, though, they've got to have facilities or at least academies or something like it all over Japan, maybe all over the world. They were also doing translating with some of the group that's here today, right? She was having this lady, the one that she's now elevated to being their deputy director, their assistant director, having her translate to English, and we directly introduced the English through like pretty obvious English. So I get this feeling, okay, I get the feeling of like Seal, of Ava's Seal, all over the globe, all these powerful people all putting their effort into this one thing and hoping that we get a breakthrough in this one facility. That's the feeling that I get. And I get the feeling like some piece unknown of the dude's story is based in truth. But did he just fabricate the whole story just to be a fucking asshole? To like make it the most heart-wrenching story that he could? Oh, I was made breeding stock by a bunch of women. It like reeks of weird sexual fantasy kind of imbued into horror, all amalgamated up. It but then at the same time, there are so many elements of it that are so close to what we infer or believe has been happening here. Like, there are all of these orphan institution situations, and then people getting separated through those, and it seems like that might be the source for the children that they have existing inside this facility, but then it also seems like they're growing the children out of carrot babies, and Asura turning into a full half Hiruko angel creature monster. Feels like it matches up with that, doesn't it? I'm tempted to go back and find the wall of Kona's paintings. There's a scene in this episode where we see part of it, but I don't think I really need to. We've got the whales. He drew Asura for sure, so we've got an answer to that one, the flying character, right? And now we know that a flying person who looked just like that, maybe it was her, maybe it was another person who went through the same transformation that she did, was seen flying over the streets. And that flying thing is so reminiscent of the flying bird Hiruko in lots of ways. The way the wings are and stuff. And it's so reminiscent of the one that was under the thing with the two flared out like blah. So was she invisible for a huge portion of it to at least to the cameras? I don't even know. Okay. 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 Can't tell how much of his story was legit. There's just no way to know until we have like evidence given to us by the camera showing us what actually happened. Because here it feels like that's what actually happened because the camera shows it to us, but it's all just the imagination that he's putting forth through words. That's really cool. That's really cool. Let's zoom out for a second and just say that I think it's really cool to, in story, have a story being told that may or may not be true, but have the camera, have the visuals of the episode take that story and actually go through it and show it to us in fullness so that it feels true. It's kind of cartoony when we show it. It's like big spiked walls outside this evil dark orphanage where they chain men in the basement. It's like kind of cartoony, but at the same time, horrible shit happens. So I can kind of believe it. Oh, weird. Weird. And yet he runs away when they find out because it's really not true. Fuck. And now that pollutes my mind, and like all the evidence that we do have is now warbled up with all this evidence that probably isn't evidence, but it's just an evil fairy tale told by an asshole who wants some extra money. Ah! Ah! Okay. Child version Kona and younger Asura. And Asura teaches him to reach out with his mind and imagine things. And it appears that reaching out in your imagination for the unknown makes it true for him. So his power to draw, to create out of nothing, is like literal. That's crazy. Even if you think you saw it out of the corner of your eye. So she's like teaching him to pursue the stuff that you usually push away, the stuff that you ignore, which feels really potent. That feels like a very powerful perspective, is like, pay attention to all the things your mind is eliminating for you. But for him, it's that there's something out in the world, like there's something extant there that he can reach out and manifest and make real. I wonder if that's what she does in reaching out for a form that she doesn't have yet, a future or a destiny that she knows is hers but doesn't have yet. I don't know. A sword of light and then slice, and Michika is hurt. He cut her with a sword that doesn't exist, with a weapon that is not. When he said sword of light, my mind thinks okay, no, I'll just say it. When he says sword of light, my mind thinks nuclear weapons. I think the reason is because I listened fairly recently to a song by a band that I've really been enjoying called The Sword, and they have a song off of their, I think, 2016 album called The Fire Lances of the Ancient Hyper Zephyrians. Crazy title. But it's about people seeking the fire lances that destroyed the world of old, that were built by evil wizards and sorcerers in a time long past. And they're talking about nuclear weapons. So, like, I ideating a sword of light and a nuclear weapon as being the same thing makes sense to my mind. And it makes me wonder whether the special mega weapon was a psychic weapon, was like the emergence of psychic powers that caused this big boom. I think that when we go over the three, like, theories about how the world ended, I think all three are true. So, like, a huge weapon being used, a meteor, and an alien invasion. I think the smiling rock in his pictures makes me think that the aliens came on the meteor. Classic way for aliens to arrive. Meteor lands, alien goop is dispersed around the world, shit gets weird, psychic powers emerge, accidental nuclear blast, kaboom. I don't know. Total like transformation of Earth's biosphere via all the dust kicked up by the explosion and the destruction that's caused by a giant meteor landing. I don't know. We haven't seen like a globe map to see a big crater or anything. I don't know. Is there a new Gulf of Mexico? I don't know. She just started bleeding. We don't know where it came from. And Asura is able easily to heal it. Extra fingers. Asura is fully AI generated. Okay. God, it's so weird. What the fuck? And they say a couple times, oh, what did they say before? It was like her body couldn't contain her. Kona, Kona. Just vibing inside the room, and all the cameras shut down. But before they even shut down, she's invisible to them. But she's not just invisible to them, she's like sometimes invisible, period. Like fully to the naked eye is invisible. Huh? Camera's not responding. Okay, did Asura do this via whatever she's using to control the wire and bring it up to strangle her? Or did Mina do this for reasons? I don't know. So she emerges. I finally realized the reason why I was born. And this doesn't seem to be connected to healing Michika or anything like that. And so I have come to bid you farewell. What? She just fades into nothingness. He follows, tries to, and seeks her in that mental space that she taught him about. So she's transcending. She's like literally ascending to heaven. To something else. And he's able to connect to it. It's the same kind of connection that you use to draw things that don't really exist. Unless you're drawing things that really do exist. Okay. She sets herself up, and wings of glowing light with Hiruko eyes emerge from her, and they're unlike literally anything that we've seen in the show so far. They're not the Hiruko goo of white strands of garbage. They're not the same as the internal Maru, like touching something and becoming the hands of stuff. They are totally novel and unique. Entirely Asura's. What the fuck? So she brings a wire with her, and it's like, this is a beautiful, angelic, transcendent scene leading to Self-Aside. Like, holy fuck. It's super dark. And at the same time, there's an air to it of like, Kona is mourning, and what we've seen is grief-worthy, but Asura isn't treating it like that. She's treating it as stepping into something else, right? Like, even those of us who believe in heaven, who believe in a future place, when we have somebody near us die or go on to that future place, there's still grief to it, right? You can tell yourself, oh, they're in a better place, but like, there's still grief to it. They're not here anymore. That's loss. Asura doesn't seem to have any of that. She says, see you later, buddy. Bye. And floats, almost angelically up to her fate. This is my destiny. It's truly as though she knows, like when you step off of a train into a new city, you don't like, oh, my life is over. I'm never going to be the person that I was before. You just step into the other city and there you are. And that's like the weight with which she steps into death. So it makes me really think that she is 100% certain that she can do this. Oh, wait. I bet she's the one who protected Tokyo from the cameras. I bet it's her influence. I bet she's using weird psychic powers to make sure that Mina can't see it. I wonder if she's connecting all sorts of things behind the scenes. Because Mimihime still sees her, right? She's still floating there above us all. So what if in Asura's mind, she sees her destiny as being the protector of this place? Maybe it does come right after healing the other girl. It's like, oh, I get it. That's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to watch over this place. We just get to gesture at the warble garble of the insanity of this show. It's a really beautiful scene. There's such focus on the glow of the lights around her and the magical glow around the wire a little bit, and this glow around her completely. It gives an angelic feel to it. There's sort of like bells and things in the background, like tinking things in the background music. Ethereal and magical. Kona is in despair from this, but she is not, right? Like ascending to heaven. Totally fine with this. No! So he leaps, and she's, oh, you know what? Yeah. Even after the snap, right? She's gone, but she's still talking to him. Asura, don't go. I'll be all alone. No, you won't. Yeah, this is a dead body, but we're hovering over it to hold here because she's still here. You have everybody else. You will even gain more friends, and you will find, oh no, not you will find, but she implores him, find someone who you will love in a different, precious way. And oh, you know what? The light fades out of her eyes here. So she's alive and then not. It's not just that her spirit's there. Ah, ah. What the fuck, man? Oh! Yeah, Mimi Hime sees her spirit floating up there, doesn't she? So Mimi Hime being connected to the space between worlds, the place of the dead, starts to make more sense, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Huh. He's the only one left in his year, the oldest of them then. Which makes sense why he feels older than all of them. This scene where Tokyo like inserts herself into his presence is really cute. She's just woo doo 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 doo. It's not like I'm trying to force myself to pay attention to you or anything like that. I'm just hanging out around here. It's cool. A little compliment. Bloop. It's really cute. And then it snaps us right to here. I wonder if the egg containing 2 is inside Tokyo now, if that's her embryo. But then, I don't know. I don't know, man. It's the whole flock of birds flying free. 7 of them. When she lists his friends, how many do we list? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the others, and also him. No, there are seven in play here, but she only says 6 names. I don't know. I don't know, man. Open your heart to it. And there that love appears. And then here it continues. Then he gets a womp. A strange feeling. Whoever killed Asura is coming to take Tokyo next. How does he know that? And we finally reveal, unless we revealed it before and I just forgot, we reveal very clearly the buttons on their jackets are those buttons. Which raises the fundamental question, how did Dr. Usami get one? All he needs is one from one of the jackets. From a supply crate or from taking that girl back. I think it was from taking her, maybe. But she's not Asura. I don't know. Okay. And how does he know? Is it through the vibes? It must be. Swimming, swimming. All is well. The 14-year-olds. She realizes. She sees a baby bump. Maybe. I don't know. Will enroll a group of 15 5-year-olds for the nursery. They'll most likely be the last ones here. So we're still putting new groups in. Oh, this is crucial. They don't come from birth, necessarily. They bring them in and enroll them. And because they're expecting the day of whatever to happen, they'll be the last ones here. Wait, what are you doing? Come on. Okay. We saw me holding the button, so now we glue it all the fuck together. Can't just be a quinkadink. Let's track down the symbol. His body, his tooth is growing back. Big earthquake interrupts us and opens a building for possibilities. We run into the guy. What a fun freaking scare. Holy shit. What a reveal for a character. I love his introduction. I love his, like, weird hair and his, like, kind of goofy sort of smile. I really like his voice, and at this point, we're going to go look up his voice actor. We don't get a name for him, do we? So... Oh, his name is Juichi. Oh, his name is 11. Yeah, his name is 11. Okay. So that's why he's got the 11 tattooed on him. Or not tattooed, sharpied. Huh. Okay, who else has he been? Whoa, he's Ryuichi Kazama in Ping Pong the Animation. I really like that character. Oh, lots of side characters, like Granat from Soso no Frieren. Lots of supporting characters for, like... When's the oldest thing that he was on? Oh, the oldest thing that he was on is he's Alfred Grillpalzer from Ginga Eiyu Densetsu, and he played a bunch of supporting characters in Detective Conan. He's been in the industry for decades, but it's all been side characters. He's got a really character-filled voice, so that's cool. I'd love to see him in a more leading role. I wonder how well he would do. Little checkup, everything's perfectly okay, just no demanding activities. She's fucking pregnant. They don't know about contraception. If anything, this is a solid lesson in why you should have sex education. You should probably teach the kids about this shit. They don't fucking get pregnant at 15, 14. Mimi Hime, you scared me. Please don't do that again. You're always looking up there. What do you see? And you're always looking at me, hero. Yeah. Little something there. It's not floating specks, particles in your eyes, vitreous fluid. My guy's so rational about everything, so, like, clear cut. I see. I'm the only one who can see it. I think you're connected to the spirits of the dead. I think that's your thing, Mimihime. And Tokyo is not going to be hanging out with us for a while. So what do we do with people who become pregnant? What's Tokyo's experience of this place going to be? And then whoever came for Asura is coming for Tokyo next, but nobody came for Asura. She came for Asura. I don't know. My guy with a terrible weapon. It's a Makita too. I mean, they'll cut you. That's not a good weapon. No. You're better off with a fixed blade. You're just a blade. Yeah. My guy. Looks spooky though. Looks scary. He definitely looks the part of being a bad dude who you don't want to mess with. I love how quickly he folds on like, oh, I'll do this for your gun. Okay, money's fine. Repark the car. It's like, why did he want to repark the car? We can see it in the frame. It's right there. Son of a bitch realized it. He needs to hold them. He needs to take them for everything he's worth. Son of a bitch. He milks it for everything it's worth. I love it, though. I think it's really cool. I love the idea of making a living as a weird, spooky ghost stories teller. Juichi, he does tell us his name. Stories that may actually have happened. Maybe. Uncertainty, earthquakes, harsh winters, famine and disease. It all led us toward extinction. 3 persistent theories. War, invasion, asteroid impact. All 3, dude. If aliens arrive on Earth, the next step is war, right? Either with the aliens or between people in order to gain alien technology or between people because of fear and uncertainty. Get an asteroid impact, you get resource problems, war. All of it funnels into war. War makes perfect sense. Aliens via the asteroid also makes perfect sense. Asteroid bringing aliens also makes perfect sense. I think it's all 3 and maybe some funkiness to add to it. I don't know, though. Whoosh, that's a big meteor. It's also gorgeous how they bring the light into all the, like, sketched portions of this thing. It's really cool looking. Next, the alien invasion theory. Those beasts. The beasts. We have a picture of it. Looks just like Asura. This rare image from back then, but it's also practically the Loch Ness Monster. A terrorist attack resulting in war and the use of some special weapon. Maybe a psychic weapon? I don't know. See you. Bye-bye. Fucking awesome. But then he tells his personal story, and the camera shows us places that we already know to connect it, and it's really messing with us. But I wonder if there's if there's an element of it that's true. Like, maybe he heard stories secondhand from somebody who really went through something like this. But this facility, it isn't all female. women do rule it, the director does, and the assistant director does, but it's pretty close to 50-50 split. There are men and women. They appear to be at least moderately multicultural, right? We had to have a translator. Most of them are characterized as, like, it's hard to tell because it's anime, right? And like the normal anime face is a Japanese person, even if it doesn't necessarily look like it. But with all a swath of brown hair for the most part, and all a swath of mostly dark eyes, it looks like this is mostly an Asian like organization, both on the screens and below. I'm not gonna try to race profile fucking anime characters, it's dumb, but I'm just trying to figure out how broad this organization is. There are also a bunch of blank screens, so I bet a bunch of their branches have gone down. That's 32 screens if they were all filled, plus everybody who's sitting in the room. I don't know. We're finding an assistant director, and she gives it to Aoshima, who's very smug about it. Yeah, and we'll get level 4 access rights. And he's pissed. Wait, why? She exhibited actions that warranted my complete trust. What does that even mean? What did she do? I don't know. Sawatari was supposed to be the next future director, wasn't he? Is it a gender thing? And Madame Takeuchi is pissed, but why? A place where women were regarded as rulers. 30 of them, 20 to 40. A horrible facility with all these spikes. Kill men, unless they were pretty, and then we imprison you. He's already set up his number 11 for all of this, for this fucking story. It's a lot of effort to go through to just scam people out of a few bucks. The whole, like, yeah, we do menial labor and our sperm banks. It's like so fetishistic and weird. It does feel like a figment. A couple kept asking for me. They gave birth to a baby boy. And then we hatched a plan to all escape. And I was the only one who made it. But then there are so many elements that, like, echo pieces of reality, maybe? Oh, such a terrifying place. See you. Bye-bye. She figures out that that part, at least, isn't true. And we find the actual academy and an actual lead, but it's a lead to nowhere. It's just a cram school. Or it was. It's not hard to imagine that an organization built to like help children succeed could be converted by some sect inside it into something much broader. Or maybe the whole thing was a psyop in the first place, was like, yeah, we're just trying to collect kids and experiment on them sometimes. Bring your kids to the academy. We'll make sure they get great SAT scores. And then, you know, some of them need special treatment and we're gonna just disappear them. Sorry. I don't fucking know. Or maybe it was an orphanage, as we've sort of intimated. What's going on here? These are just sketchy scribbles. They look like the kinds of scribbles that I make when I'm trying to come up with a symbolic representation of something. But what are we trying to represent? I don't know. The strange shapes in the arms are very interesting, and then they fold into the symbol that's half bird that we show later. I wonder. I wonder if these will become important later. I also wonder... There's a space where you can rest both body and mind. A time to immerse yourself in your hobbies. I'm gonna screenshot this. Ooh. Here, let me just pop this up because I can pull there. I just threw it into Google Translate, so this is gonna not be accurate, obviously, but there are pieces of it that we can understand a lot better because they're just these blips that we get in terms of the actual spoken dialogue. But this is a propaganda sheet for a cult, for like a cult retreat organization. Among our teachers, seniors, and senior students, there are many people from political and business worlds, doctors, publishing, entertainment, and various childcare technicians. If you wish, we can help you with various studies and qualification acquisition. You can also find part-time work or employment while you're still at our school. But at Kogengakuen, at this school, we hope to provide a space where people can simply spend time in nature, even if only for a short time, without having to endure any constraints such as personality, gender, physical ability, appearance, health, financial situation, etc. No reason to be discriminated against because you were born a woman. No need to worry about feeling guilty just because you were born a man. There is a space where you can rest your mind and body. There is time to simply immerse yourself in your hobbies. There is someone to listen when you complain about being tired, and there is someone to lend you a shoulder when you can't stand up. It's an intentional community, right? That's positioning itself as an academy that is um, antagonistic in its stance toward modern society. If our current society is the state humanity has reached after a long, long period of development, don't you think it is a shame? Is it worth your patience to maintain it? However, it is also true that everyone has their own individualism, right? And they also have to return to the hell of endurance, the hell of patience. Come join us. We do all sorts of things. And we've got Kaminaka Shino is our school principal. I don't remember being introduced to a Shino-san. I don't think that the director has been called that. I don't have any like inferences around that. But this is a document built to convince you that you should align yourself with this school. Oh, there's more up at the top. Sorry. I missed that. What does it mean for humans to be natural? I think it is a state where we are not holding back. Aren't we always holding back, spying on each other, forcing ideas on each other, and fearing the eyes of others? Yeah, we won't do that in a totally computer run, completely panopticon facility. Everything will be fine. Brr. Take a moment to relax and think about it. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. So it makes me feel like this organization was doing this on some level. They were they were in pursuit of the final evolution of humanity. Yeah? Like a final form, a better way. A place where we're not holding back. I wonder if an element of that is like, ooh, there are secrets locked in our genetic code that we could just unveil with the proper techniques. All we need to do is do some fucking weird Punnett Square bullshit and get the right kids growing up in the right conditions, and weird shit will happen, like what happened with Asura, or they'll develop powers. Maybe the whole point of it is to get the kids to develop these powers. Maybe there's like hidden linked stuff inside our genetic code. But maybe that hidden link stuff calls out to the aliens who are the Hiruko? I don't know! Or maybe we're trying to fuse Hiruko stuff into us in order to make us, like, the whole of human that you could be. I don't know. I don't know! Just one more thing I don't understand. Seems like an orphanage you can go to even if you have a family and a home. A safe place. Yeah, but what did they get out of that? They get you. They get access to you. Data and a test subject. She doesn't understand it and just sort of puts that as like, oh, it's part of the world before. But no, this is something else, man. That's weird. Also a cram school? I don't know. Sounds like hard work. But it makes sense because you're with some friends. You're communalized. You can handle anything as long as you've got that shoulder to cry on and such. Uh, more space and a bird symbol, a different one. This one drawn by whoever was drawing those scribbles on that paper, right? Like, right? Or maybe they hadn't solidified the symbol yet. No, wait, they had. They had it was stamped on the things. Is this is this an attempt to draw whatever Asura became? It's got the two circles inside the wing shape, kind of. I don't know, man. It's weird. Like a graffiti version of the original. We're not finding anything here. Maybe it has no connection at all. No, a hell of patience and a heaven seems pretty connected. 18 branches that probably look just like this and area codes for them. And 2 facilities. Ibaraki and Nara. Okay, I want a map. 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 Map, 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 map. Ibaraki is slightly northeast of Tokyo. It's a prefecture. Pretty big. Oh, Nara is far away. Couple 100 miles away. 470 kilometers away from Tokyo. And then another solid maybe 100 kilometers away from the first one. From Ibaraki. So we're currently in Tokyo area, right? So we're gonna go to the Ibaraki one first because it's much closer. Which makes me think that the one that we're looking for is actually in Nara, near Kyoto. But I don't know. Wow. Oh, wow. Those are far. Let's go somewhere else. Fuck staying here. Tokyo's pregnant. Everybody gasps and freaks out. And it's partly because of the young age, but it's also because they haven't taught them how it works. The real question is the father. It's under investigation. We don't know. We never taught them the concept of sex. We never taught them male and female, which all fits the ideology. A place where you can relax without any of those ideas. Were they just trying to save humanity by being like, all our social constructs are the things that destroy us? Let's strip all those away and then everything will be fine. See what humans do in their natural environment, unhampered by all the shit that holds us back in the world. Is this just a forward-thinking, hyper-idealist, like, let's build a future society without identity? Yeah, it might be. Yeah, it might be. Huh. And now, in these crucial moments, the entire academy, a serious state of crisis. We end there, with many more mysteries opened up to us. Man, this story just keeps unfolding. Like, I think I said this literally in the last episode, but the moment when Maru reaches out in the OP and then this flower unfolds, that's the feeling of the whole show, is like, here you go, here's a thing. Whoa. It unfolds further. Asura, the glowing figure, the flying bird people, the Hiruko themselves, the pregnancy in the facility, this academy that seems to be its starting point, the facility's starting point. How does it all connect? How will we find out how it all connects? I don't know. Sure is fun to watch, though. That's the thing that's the thing that I come away with, is that I'm having a lot of fun not knowing what the fuck is going on here. It's like, I'm having a ton of fun being confused and being like, what? And letting the show do what it wants to do and unfold this weird story. It's a strange sense of faith in it, a sense of trust in this roller coaster to eventually take me back to where we started, take me to a safe landing. I don't necessarily know that it will. Maybe it'll just shoot me off into space, but I'm willing to trust it. I'm willing to let it take its time and unfold these mysteries at its own pace. They're so evocative. They create so many potential visions at the edge of my perception, in the way that Asura was telling Koma, like, focus in on those. See what you actually see there. And when I can pull away from the need for all of those things to be real, it's just like, what interesting possibilities this show continues to evoke. I like existing in that wide open possibility space. So I'm really grateful to the show for kind of creating it. I'm grateful for you to coming and exploring it with me. And I hope you're enjoying the process and bearing with me as I make lots of mistakes in my interpretations of things and miss stuff and don't get it. And that's part of the fun. So I look forward to having more of that fun next time on Heavenly Delusion. And we'll call it here for today. Thanks so much for watching this week's episode with me. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're as weirded out as I am. And I hope to catch you next week in the next one. You can get it a little bit early on the Patreon, linked in the description. Otherwise, I'll see you right here on YouTube next week for more Heavenly Delusion. Much love. Peace.